did I go to Georgetown within 12 months of starting my business? Why did I go there? Was I a speaker? Was I so talented? Was I born talented? Do I come from a wealthy background? No. Here's my quick story. I come from a very humble background. My dad was a truck driver. I did not know anything except for just work, work, work. That's it. Right? In a job, get a paycheck, pay the bills, and cycle continues. This was year 2018 when I started to do something different. I realized, man, there was something missing. I was making 3 lakh a month paycheck as a sales director, associate sales director in one of the market research company. But I realized there was something missing. I want something more out of my life. I want to do something more. And I saw this problem that my growth in terms of finances was very linear. Slow, steady, slow, steady, slow, steady. So if you're youngsters, I want to tell you, do not fall for a linear life. Most of us, we sold our dreams to live a linear life. What is a linear life? एक के बाद दो, दो के बाद तीन, तीन के बाद चार, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a slow and steady. They say that slow and steady wins the race. No, man. This is a thing of the past. Right? Fast and steady dominates the race. So you don't want to be just slow and steady. You want to be fast and steady. Both. Why do we slow and steady? Why we choose that? And that is what I realized in 2016, 2017. I started working on this, and I saw this window of opportunity. Oh my God, there are so many ways I can build my life. So many ways I can follow my passion. There's so many ways I can impact lives and make a difference on other people's life. And I can still have money. I can still have time freedom. I can have an impact. I can have fulfillment. All of that I can have it, which I was missing in the job. I was having money, but rest 3 was not there. There was no freedom. There was no fulfillment. There was no joy because there was no passion. And this window of opportunity opened up for people who are maybe an employee, who come from a humble background, who are in a job. I said, wow, this window of opportunity is so amazing. I just grabbed it with both my hands and I started walking towards my passion. You know what happened? Within 30 months, within 30 to 36 months, I went from being in a job, not knowing what to do in life, never spoke to the world. Only my colleagues knew me, only my friends knew me, only my family members knew me. Nobody else knew who Dev Gadhvi was. And within 3 years, here's what happened. I went from making 36 lakhs a year to making 18.5 crores in 36 months. And the majority of that revenue, which is 16 crores, came last year. This wow, I can travel the world, meet some big influencers like, Grant Cardone, my first mentor in, Las Vegas, Dan Locke in Vancouver, Shea Robotham, Patrick Benterick, building my community, writing books, driving luxury cars, all that, going from this place, brought up in this place, born and completed my graduation in this place in slums of Adipur, Kutch, Gujarat, to having 11-bedroom homes without any loans. This is my lovely family, Hassan and Ariana, and having this. Who would love this kind of life? Raise your hand, put it in chat box, and oh my God, I want to have this life. Sundar is raising hands, Ravi is raising hands, Yogeshwar is raising hands. Yes, yes, yes. Jenil, Devendra, Divyanshu, oh, of course me. Wow, great, amazing. Oof. All that is possible. Right? A lot of people think, oh, I need to be born talented. I need to be, blessed. Let me tell you, to be the speaker on TEDx or Georgetown, to become an influencer, to impact lives, to follow your passion, none of that is a talent. I repeat one more time. None of that is a talent. It is a skill. It is a skill. Just like driving a car is not a talent. Is a skill. So real me, somebody asking, what do I do? I help people to find their passion and build business around it. I'm India's first passion-driven mentor, wise best-selling author, highly paid Indian influencer. How did that all happen? How did I go from just being a corporate employee, not knowing what to do, no voice, no influence, nothing, becoming this and building a millionaire, becoming first generation multi-millionaire in my family? How is that possible? Is it possible for me? Dave, is it really, really possible for me? The answer is absolutely yes. So coming back to the question, why? Why did that happen? How did I go from becoming the highest paid Indian influencer? How did I get my TEDx speech? How did I get my Joe stock? How did I go from charging just 1 lakh, that was just 1 lakh, to charging 4 lakh, 5 lakh, 7 lakh, 10 lakhs per client? That too, I have no physical product except for my book. Except for my 2 books, 6 Sundays a week. If you've not read this book, man, go to Amazon, buy this book. This is a life-changing book, 6 Sundays a week. And the first book, 80% mindset, 20% skills. Go to Amazon right now and grab the copy. It's going to be life-changing for you. But anyways, I'm not here to promote my book. I'm here to tell you that you too can become a TEDx speaker. You too can become an influencer. You too can charge high ticket to your clients. You can charge high for your products, for your services. You can also charge high even if you're an employee. You can still build your influence and charge high. Let me ask you, what do you currently do? Put it in chat box. What do you currently do? What do you currently do? Job, okay, job, students, medical students, college students, MBA, educator, job, business, entrepreneur, civil class, educator, students, job, housewife, motivational speaker, okay, good, job seeker, student, good, good. Now, irrespective of whoever you are, fitness coach, very good, unemployed, personal development mentor, memory trainer, very good, very good. So let's talk about huge generation shift that has happened. You see, especially the youngsters, I'm telling you, you are at the right time at the right place. The people who are my age, maybe 30 plus, in 20s, 30s, 40s and beyond, let me tell you, the opportunity that is available right now to build your influence, to build an impact, to make money from your passion, it was never available. If you go back 5, 10 years ago, these opportunities are not available. We have moved on from the economy, which was more product centric, then technology centric, to social media centric, to knowledge and impact centric. I repeat one more time. Moved on generations from product specific, which is factories and all, then technology centric, then social media centric, to now knowledge centric. This is the age which I called knowledge Zenith Age. What is a knowledge Zenith Age? This is where you can trade your knowledge for money. You don't need to have factory. You don't need to have employee. You don't need to have different businesses. You can start with your knowledge and your skills, build an influence, and charge high ticket for your product or service. Even if you have no skill right now, you think that, I have no skills right now. No problem. You can still build the skills. And typically, high income skills that you can build today can be built within 6 to 12 months. How many months? 6 to 12 months. And these are the real skills. Please do not fall for the degrees. Degrees are not going to make you the legend. It's not going to make you the impact and money. What is my highest degree? Any guesses? I'm just a BCom graduate. I did not even do the MBA, which all my friends are going running MBA. I did not even do that. But here's the real degree that I have, which I'm going to share with you right now. Okay? So why do we build? Why do we build this? I want to share a quick story. I asked you, why do you want to have a TEDx and Joe stock? I want to share a quick story. There are two very good friends, Ram and Sham. They both come from a very humble family. They both were equally talented. They both were coaches and trainers. They had lovely skills. Ram had great skills. Sham also had great skills. Ram had good tools. Sham also had good tools. Ram had good knowledge, educated, degrees, other skills, yes. Sham had the equal level. Ram had the same experience, 10 years of experience. Sham also had 10 years of experience. Whether in job, both worked in job and then business. They had equal amount of experience. Everything was great. But here's the difference. Okay, here's the difference. Both had the same. Ram was charging 20,000 rupees for his product and services. Sham, on the other hand, is charging 1 lakh rupees for his product and service to one client. Why? Why? Any guesses? Put it in the chat box. Why do you think there's a big difference that Ram is able to charge 20,000 and Sham is not able to charge? Sham is charging 1 lakh, but Ram is only charging 20,000 for the same product, same service equally. Right? It's communication, behavior, mindset, value, quality. Quality also the same. Value addition, influence, strategy, interpersonal skills, high income skills, profits. No, most of you are not wrong. Only some of you got it. Marketing also same. But I tell you the biggest difference both of them had is Sham had a bigger brand than Ram. I repeat, Sham had a bigger brand than Ram. Let me give you an example. Who is a better actor, Salman Khan or Nawazuddin Siddiqui? Put it in chat box. Who is a better actor? Whose acting is much better? Nawazuddin Siddiqui. See, 90% would say Nawazuddin Siddiqui. Who gets paid more? Salman Khan or Nawazuddin? Who charges more? Salman Khan. So why? Why is it that Salman Khan, despite having less ability in terms of actor, in terms of great acting skills, Salman Khan is charging more? Why? What is the main reason? It's a brand. It's a brand. You see, now you may or may not be interested in movies. You don't need to be a movie. You don't need to be an actor. Whatever you do in your business or in your career, whether you're a student, you're a housewife, or you're an employee, or you're running a business, understand one thing. You want to grow, you want to charge more money, you want to build a big business, or you want to have a great career, build your brand. What is it? Build your brand. Repeat after me. Repeat after me. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Right hand. Raise your right hand and say, I am a brand. One more time. One more time. Raise your hand. Right hand. I am a brand. Not yet. But you'll become one. I'm just joking. You will become one. So what is the big difference? What is the big difference? Sham actually focused on building his brand. There are multiple ways of building a brand. Whether you can write a book, you can build your social media presence, you can interview people, you can be on different stages, which builds your brand. The moment they see you on a very powerful stages, associate you with a big brand, they will pay you more. This Tedx and Josh Talks, these are the two big platforms. The moment you come on those platforms, your brand goes up. Your value in the marketplace goes up. Now, it does not matter whether you are talented more than the other people or not. The moment you have a big brand, they will pay you more money. Okay? Remember this. Write this down. Perceived value first, and then the actual value. Okay? Secret to charging high or charging more or making a lot of money or income or salary, whatever it is. First is the perceived value first, then the actual value. Is it making sense? Who's got wow moment, aha moment? Raise your hand. It's like, wow, that is so interesting. If people perceive you to be a big brand, who's mind blown? Okay, for my new students today, here's what my students do. Okay, if they have like a wow, mind-blowing moment, here's what we do. Mind blasting, mind blowing. Okay, so I want you to do this. Whenever you have some great moment, I want you to do this. Mind blowing. When you do this, you'll remember the most. Okay, you will remember the most. And, oh wow, that is actually true. Okay, so whatever you do, whether you want to become a career, an employee, or want to have a job, high-paying job, or you want to start a business, whatever you do, focus on building a brand. And that's exactly what I did. You saw all the glimpse of my life right now. Went from an employee to charging lakhs of rupees per client. How? Because I focused on building my brand. And within 12 months, I built such a powerful brand. I can charge more than lakh rupees per client. And the people in my industry, they don't even charge 1/10 of what I charge. How? How is the same story? The same story. Am I smarter than them? No. Do I have more knowledge than them? No. Do I have more experience than them? No. Do I have better tools than them? No. Then why is it that I'm acting like Sham and everybody else in the industry? And I say everybody else, 99% of the people. Right? Nobody, no coach, no mentor in India who started their business and able to buy a Ferrari without loan, buying 11-bedroom home without loan. Nobody became the influencer, highly paid influencer, charging 5 lakh, 10 lakhs per client. Nobody. Rarely you'll find, you can count them on fingers, probably in one hand. That's how rare it is. But it's not about me. It's not how wonderful and great I am. No, it's not. I am not wonderful. I'm not great. I'm just like you guys. But here's what I understood. I focused on building my brand. And to start doing that, where do you start? Start with the TEDx and Joe Stocks. Because once you're on TEDx and Joe Stock, people perceive you differently. And then write a book. Once you write a book, people perceive you differently. Then interview some successful people. People perceive you differently. It is all about the perception first, then the actual value. Nobody cares. What are you offering? What are your product? What are your services? How valuable, how knowledgeable you are. As long as they see you in those media and in social media and TEDx and Joe Stock, you will perceive you as a big brand. And when they sign up, then they will see your actual value. When they hire you, then they will see the actual value. Right? Now, I'm not saying that just have a big perceived value and no actual value. No, you can't do that. It'll backfire. You can't sustain that long run. Continue building the actual value also. How do you create actual value? Keep building your skills and knowledge, which is not the functional skills, but vital skills. But what are vital skills? What are functional skills? We don't have in this scope of the webinar. If you want to learn, I'm going to give you an option at the end of the webinar. How do you build the vital skills? How do you expedite? How do you find your passion? How do you build the business? How do you make money? That is separate at the end of the webinar. Okay, so let's go deep into how do you become like Sham? How do you build a brand like a TEDx and Joe Stock? Okay, but before that, let me answer two biggest myths that most of the people have. What are the biggest myths? The first biggest myth that most people have is, I don't think I'm qualified to be a TEDx or a Joe Stock speaker. Second is, oh, it's so difficult to get on these stages. Let me ask you this. Who thinks like this? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Come on. Don't be shy. Raise your hand, put it in chat box. Who believes here in one of these two things? General, I'm not qualified. I think it's very difficult. Okay. Some people are shy. Should I not say it? What if people will laugh at me? No, it's normal. Because I used to think the same way. Until I found and discovered the secrets, which I'm going to share with you today, I used to think like that. Oh my God, I need to be qualified. I need to be like a rich, successful millionaire, be on these stages. Oh, it's so difficult to get on these stages. Absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. And today I'm going to share with you the secret. Right? It took me a very long time to understand this. And I went to people, hey, can you tell me how do I get on TEDx speech? You know what, it's a long process, man. They just give me random answer. Nobody told me exact secret. Man, it's so difficult. When I started digging this, I realized it's not that complicated. It's just 3 steps. Simple 3 steps. Now, I'm not saying you'll get it overnight, right? But it's possible. It's easier than what you think. It is faster than what you think. Are you ready? Are you ready to learn the 3-step process of how do you become a TEDx speaker and Joe Stock speaker? Yes. Are you ready? Come on, put it in chat box. Raise your hand. Show me energy. Abhijal, yes. Good. Bhushan, yes. I love your energy. Suma, I love your energy as well. Yes. Good. Janil, Abhishek, all of you. Ajay, very good. Okay, let's get started then. Let's get started. 3 steps. Step number one is find the relevant TEDx venues. Simple. There's the party. Aap pe party ho rahi hai. Find the venue. That's number one. Number two, shortlist the organizer and connect with them. Who are the organizers? Who are holding these TEDx venues? And connect with them. Number three, build a strong profile to get your first TEDx or Georgetown speech. Okay. Fourth is there, which is just you have to take action on. If you have these three things, your life will be much, much, much easier. Okay, so what is it? Find the relevant TEDx venue, shortlist the organizer, connect with them, and build a strong profile to get your first TEDx or Georgetown. सबसे बड़ा problem was this. Biggest problem for me was this. Where are the events happening? I'm going to cover that. Some of you are impatient. How do I find? Well, hold on. I'm going to tell you. I'm not running away anywhere. I'm going to tell you everything. Okay? And just to FYI, I charge thousands of rupees just for this information. For you guys, I'm not going to charge anything. But here's the thing. Don't stop here. Right? Don't stop here. It's not enough. Just become a TEDx speaker or Georgetown speaker. You cannot build your life and lifestyle by just one TEDx and Georgetown. You have to have multiple areas to conquer. What are those areas? I'm going to talk about that later. But let's look at conquering at least one area first. Then parallelly keep learning to conquer other areas. If you really, really want to build your influence, if you really want to build your business, you want to make money from your passion, side hustle, passive income, whatever it is, I'm going to give you the option later. Okay? So let's go to the first step, which is how do I find the venue? Right? How do I find the venue? So before we go to the finding the venue, let's understand this. What is the actual difference? What is the actual difference? Why? Why do we go to TEDx and why do we go to Georgetown? Here is the biggest reason. Anybody can become a coach or a trainer or a speaker, but only few become a brand. Write this down. Anybody can become a coach, trainer, or a speaker, but only few can become a brand. You want to add one more line here? Anybody can become an employee, anybody can become an entrepreneur, but only few can become a brand. Understand what I'm saying? करोड़ों लोग हैं. There are millions of people who are employees, who are entrepreneurs, who are trainers, who are coaches, who are mentors, and they are not brands. They don't act as a brand. They don't build the brand. They just act as a trainer, coach, employee, or an entrepreneur, and hence they don't get paid lots. Hence they struggle. They cannot charge high ticket. They can't charge high price. Because they don't charge high price, they're always in the catch-up game. Yes or no? Yes or no? Agree? Who agrees with me? Raise your hand. Right? There are many people. Right? They don't know how to build the brand. Right? Build a brand. That should be the biggest focus. Right? So let's understand what is the difference between a TEDx speech and a Georgetown. Right? They have two different avenues. They are two different stages. Many people don't even understand what is the difference. TEDx is about sharing ideas. Okay? You go to TEDx stage, ideas worth spreading. Okay? TEDx, what do? You share ideas. In George Talks, what do? It's called motivation. Okay? A huge difference. And what is TEDx? TEDx is an international organization. George Talk is local to India. Okay? Next one. As a TEDx is a subsidiary of TED, TED, which is it's a foreign entity, which is more like an organization which gives an opportunity for speakers to share an idea. Right? Technology, entertainment, and D stands for what? Anybody knows? TED. What the TED stands for? Technology, entertainment, and design. Avya, you're right. Absolutely right. Well done. LXPS, absolutely right. So TEDx is about technology, entertainment, and design. So you have to go there to share your ideas. In Joe's talk, you don't go and share ideas. What do you share there? You share motivation. Right? And I'm going to go deep into this. So this is an independent license. So today, colleges can organize and have a license from TED. And they can also become a TEDx organizers. It's an independently organized TED event. So colleges, they do a lot. And then those colleges, they actually look for the speakers. They have the venue, they have the red, different logos and TEDx logos, and there in the venue, red circles. And then they look for the speakers to come and speak, and they look for the audience. And some, a lot of TEDx events, they can also have a nominal fees. If you want to go live and watch them, you have to pay the fees. So that's how the TEDx are organized typically. Okay, and multiple people, multiple cities, multiple colleges, they do this. So what about Josh Talks? Josh Talks are organized by Josh Talks in-house teams. This is not a third party. It's not given license to somebody. Josh Talk has an in-house team. They choose the speakers. They bring the speakers to the venue. They record the speech. Okay. TEDx, it is 18 minutes. Josh Talk, 12 minutes. These are all guidelines. You cannot exceed your speech beyond 18 minutes. Josh Talks is about 12 minutes. Right? But you still do the research because they keep changing their norms and rules. But it's, again, just for your information, FYI. TEDx is a globally recognized. If you're a TEDx speaker, it's globally recognized. Josh Talks is only India recognized. At least for now. Last but not the least is, every TEDx event which is happening in any college, they will have a theme of the event. Right? It could be transformation, it could be disruption, it could be design, it could be impact. There will be a theme. And all the speeches, the multiple speakers who come into that day, they will have to give a speech around that theme. Okay? Josh Talk is typically zero to hero story. This is mostly consistent stories. So if you look at the motivation, it comes from the personal stories. Here you don't do what Josh Talk you do in Josh Talk in TEDx. You don't do what you do in TEDx in Josh Talk. Totally different platforms, different requirement, different audience. And Josh Talk has also a lot of regional speeches as well. They have Hindi and other regional speeches as well. TEDx is only in English. And now they have become regional as well, but not as regional as Josh Talks. They have some Hindi and all those places as well. TEDx, this is more local, this is more regional. What is the weightage? Both have the weightage. You don't have to choose either or. Why don't we have both? Cool? Clear with me so far? Clear? What is the difference in TEDx and Josh Talk? Yes. Great. So let's go and look at how do I find TEDx events. Step number 1. How do I find the relevant TEDx events? This is the most challenging part if you don't know it. Okay? I did not know it. Where do I start, man? Where do I start? I don't even know where do I start. And just for this information, I struggled. It took me 1 or 2 months just to find this information. Where do I start, man? Who's the organizer? Where are the events? And I realized how simple it was. How simple it was. I'm going to share with you. Go to Google. And I want you to type Google TEDx event in India. You see? Already there. This was not there. But if you go detail and click on this, you directly land on the page, directly shortcut. You can see the entire worlds by location, by the year and everything. These are the upcoming events. August 20th, this place. August 25th, this. Right? These are locations. All the upcoming. So what do you do now? Now you have a list. Now you have where things are happening. Step number 1. You have to first shortlist the venue or the event place. You see, these are all universities. GECA University, right? Youth, Kolkata Live, Ajnagri. These all are colleges. Look at this. GCD, SDC College. So all the people, you have the hesitation that why? I need to be qualified to go on the stage. How would I impress people? सारे बच्चे ही event organize कर रहे हैं. These are all kids. These are all youngsters, college-going people. I'm sure you're smarter than most of these people. Again, it's not about them. It's not about whether you're smarter than them or not. It's about you have ability to convince them. Do you have ability to position them? We're going to come to that later. Okay? Even the kids of 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, 20 years, they're going on TEDx stages. Why not you? Why not you? What are their qualifications? What are their experiences? But they have idea. They're not inviting you to share zero to hero story. There you may not be fitting. If you don't have anything substantial to share, they will not invite you. But just to share an idea, there are tons of ideas. Come up with some unique idea which is relevant to the theme. So each event has a theme. So first thing what you do, which a lot of people don't know, ये तो सबको access है, right? You need to build a strategy. Event preparation typically happens months in advance, many months in advance. So there's no point in having these August events listed down. You're already too late. Most of them, they will have their speakers. And look at this, sold out. This black, dark black dot, grey dot, it's sold out. These spaces are available, but these are typically available for, in my assumption, they are typically available for the audience. But in my gut feel that it might have been full. You see, August, all are full. September 2nd, full. Even September events are full. So what do you do then? You look for the event which is at least 2 to 3 months from now. So if you're in August, you should be looking at which month? October or November or December. You want to look at those events only. You should ignore most of these. Right? And make a list of top 50 or 100 events which are happening in next after 2 or 3 months. Clear? Next 50 or 100. This is a volume game, guys. Don't expect that एक profile भेजूंगा, एक बंदे को contact करूंगा या करूंगी. I'll get somebody. Yeah, please come, please come. No, you have to do a proper campaign. You have to take this as a project. Project Tedx, Project Georgetown. You need to treat this as a big project. Track one of this, 50 or 100. Here, anybody like wow moment? Anybody like, oh, I did not know that. Who's changed? Like, okay, good. Mind blown? Balnath, Ram Kumar, yes, Sundar, Suma. Very good. Okay? I'm telling you, this is the real knowledge. Baki website mein the list hai. It's not about that list. It's about the strategy. Right? So build a list, build a strategy. Then you start, and again, one more strategy I'm going to give you. Bonus strategy. Out of 50 to 100 lists that you make, what do you do? Not equally. You don't focus on equally. You focus on those cities which are not tier 1. You focus on the events which are tier 2 or even tier 3 cities. Right? Nasik. Right? Focus on that. Indore, Agratala, Coimbatore. Don't go to New Delhi. Don't go to Mumbai. Don't go to Bangalore. Go to Shillong. Why? Why is that? Anybody? Why is that? Why should you go to those cities? Put it in chat box. Why is that? Yes. Not population, but less competition. Less competition. Right? Why would you want to go to and compete with some big guys in big cities? Go with the less competition. Your probability is, how does it matter whether you're giving keynote speech in Mumbai or Agratala or Shillong? How does it matter to you? As long as you have a brand of TEDx and you've spoken on TEDx platform. If they launch it on their TEDx portal, they will not see, oh, Shillong hai, to less importance देंगे इसको. Mumbai में दिया है, good importance देंगे. नहीं, there's no difference. And why do we have to compete in place where there's heavily competition? Does it make sense? Who's like, wow, I never thought about that. Who's like, wow? So it's like, wow, mind blown. Bhushan is mind blown. Yes, Ayush mind blown. Janil, Vijay. Yeah, and I'm telling you, these are the secrets nobody shares with you. You know what? Because they don't want you to compete. Right? If everybody becomes a TEDx speaker, mere TEDx ka kya value rahega? Like most of the people. Right? But come on, man. How can you think like that? There is no age of competition. There's enough for everybody. Right? If everybody is becoming TEDx speaker, doesn't mean that you are less valuable. Right? जिसके खून में पानी होता है, वही डर के जीता है. Right? Yeah, there's no competition. So yeah, go to the tier 2, tier 3 city. And what do you do after that? What do you do then? Once you have this list, once you have the events which are happening, 50 to 100 list, which is 2 months from now, and you tier 3 cities on the top priority, then what do you do? Then you do this. Then you go to step 2. What is the step 2? Right? You go here, you open this in new link. Right? Look, there's a theme here. Theme bhi pata hai tumko. Right? So when you're going to pitch, when you build your profile, when you reach out to them, you know what is the pitch. This is the best place. Now it's probably a little late, but I'll just give you an example. Look at this. Rekindle your spark and regain your inspiration. This is where you share an idea, a story of somebody or something on how people are rekindling the spark and regaining the inspiration. Right? Who is the organizer? Who's the organizer? Lakshmi Bhati Das. Let's look at Lakshmi Bhati. Let's look at Lakshmi Bhati's profile. Now, Lakshmi Bhati does not have an email. Okay? So what do you do now? What do you do? I don't know if this is open. Let's check. Okay, this is just the guidelines. So what do you do now if you don't find her contact detail? You look her up on LinkedIn. You look her up on Google. Right? Look, headmistress, ODM, Orissa. Bingo. You send a request, join to connect. You see? Everything is here. Right? Of course, I have not logged into my LinkedIn here, but if I sign in, I can see everything. I can add a connection. I can see a complete profile. Who's mind blown? Who's mind blown? You see, kitna aasan hai. You see how easy this is. Did you realize how easy this is? It's so easy to find where the events are happening, who is doing the events, and what are the theme of the event. Sometimes they may or may not be the theme of event given there, but it's okay. Every event will have the profile there. Who is an organizer, right? And if you're lucky, they will have their social media links there, then and there. You don't even have to go and search them on Google. How simple is that, right? Similarly, you do this for other events. And then now your campaign is becoming bigger, right? Now your campaign is becoming bigger. Now you do the same thing with all the people. So yes, thoda kaam lagta hai isme. Once your data is ready, once your list is ready, right? Once your top event is ready, organizers list is ready, you connected with them ready, then what do? Then you create your profile. Then you build your profile, right? A champion, an influencer profile. This is what we need. So let's go to the slide. Right? Number 2, you've connected the organizer. So now you have the organizers. You have to start connecting with them to creating a great profile. What are the ingredients of a great profile? Here are the ingredients of great profile. Photo, of course, has to be there. It can be in a Word document, by the way. I would suggest hire a professional editor. Okay, because this is one of the biggest. This is like your visiting card or whatever you call it. This is like a one shot that you have. You may want to go with a very professional approach. Put a photo, have your titles, like who are you, like your coach, trainer, and explain that, put those titles. Best-selling author, if you're a best-selling author, if you're a coach, if you're a trainer, how many lives you impact, whatever it is, put your titles. Your short backstory, very short backstory. It could be 2 lines or 3 lines, right? Somebody went from this place to achieving this. It's like shining now. It's like your resume. Okay? It's like a resume, but not a resume exactly. You don't want to put your experiences there, which company you work for, not to that level, but a summary of a resume. Right? A top 2 lines or 3 lines about you, who you are, your backstory. Like in my case, son of a truck driver went from being in a job to not knowing what to do in life. From there, building the business around passion and now impacting XYZ number of lives. That's just a brief intro story. Then your mission. Right? What is your mission? What is your objective? Your achievements, things that you've been able to accomplish, and most importantly, your topics which are relevant to the theme. This is the main part that they look for. They may or may not care what you are, who you are, what you do, but they will definitely look at catchy titles. Right? It has to be relevant to the theme of their keynote speech. That's it. That's it. Best thing is just also look at other people's profiles, get the inspiration, keep refining. Cool? Make sense? How simple was this? How simple was this? So easy, right? Life and business is very simple. We make it complicated because we don't understand how it works, right? Once you understand these, you will be able to build your brand. Once you build your brand, you will be able to build your profile, your products, your services, whether you want to be an entrepreneur, passionpreneur, or you want to have a job to have an edge. Like otherwise, how do you have an edge? How would Sham be different than Ram? There is no edge. This is your edge. Now, once you crack this, right, then you prepare for your keynote speech like crazy. Prepare day and night. 18 minutes. For 18 minutes, you need to prepare for 18 hours. Write it down. Every minute of your speech requires 1 hour of your practice. 18 minutes, 18 hours. When I say 18 hours of practice, Abhijal is mind blown. Who's mind blown? You see, these data you will find it somewhere, like resource and all, but these strategies you will not understand. How much time do I spend? How many lists do I make? How do I reach out to them? How do I approach them? Right? And last but not least is how do you approach them? Right? They will typically have their forms that you can fill your details there. If you don't have it, reach out, connect to those people, share a little bit about you that, hey, I saw that you are organized at this thing. Here's the topic that I would like to share to add value to your audience. It's not about you, how great and wonderful you are. It's about them. What value do you bring to them? How valuable impact that you can have on their lives. It's about them. Okay? This is how you start building your brand. Okay? This is how you start building your brand like Sham. Everything else, they'll all keep competing with you. Dominate in your space because they don't know why people are paying you more. Why are you getting paid more? Why your career is growing so fast? Because they think that skills and tools and knowledge and experience is everything. They don't look at the brand, right? And when you say look at the brand, it's not just about Tedx and Joe Stock. Okay. Now let's talk about the Joe Stocks. Okay. Joe Stock also is a simple process, by the way. What is it? Joe Stocks is also simple. Same process. They don't have the events listed. May or may not have the event listed. That's the only difference. But what do you do then? You search on LinkedIn or Facebook and you look for market research team members. Okay, let's do a quick search. Just a second, okay. Any questions? Put it in chat box if you have any questions. May you please put your question again? So Arya, how do I speak at TEDx? I mean, that again is a lengthy conversation. It's very difficult for me to teach you how do you speak at TEDx. But if you're really, really serious, I'm going to give you an option at the end of this webinar. If you want to learn not only just how to speak, but also how do you build your business around passion. No, there are multiple speakers. In TEDx, there will be multiple speakers in that event. No, it's all free. You don't have to pay to be a speaker. It's all free. It's based on the merit. You can't pay it. You can have, Chanda, you can have a sample videos in your bio, in your profile. You can attach it so that they know the flavor of how you speak. Then said, I'm 16. Can I still a brand? Absolutely, yes. You can still build a brand. Keith is an aspiring TEDx speaker. May or may not make any difference. So qualification is not the key. You don't need qualification. Soham says, how to build a confidence on stage. For confidence, I have a different program. Speak with confidence. Okay? For that, just drop an email to, of course, it's a paid program. Drop an email to support@devgadhvi.com. Say, I want to speak with confidence program. They will help you out. They'll tell you how it works and what is included in all. 12 sessions are there, starting from your looks to your body language to your speech to the tonality to creating a speech. Everything is covered there. Sorry, there are a lot of questions. I'm just picking whatever I can, okay? Francis, with the BCom degree, how do I get 36 lakhs? It was purely based on my experience. Because of my 16 years of experience in sales, I got promotions and hikes because of my performance, not of my degree. Okay, I'm gonna maybe answer the question if I have some time later. I'm gonna stop the chat here because a lot of questions here. Okay, so let's go and look for how do you get a Josh Talks. Okay, this is actually the profile. I just logged into LinkedIn. You see everything. You just have to connect and see all the activities as well. She's actually not posting much on LinkedIn. So you may want to check her on YouTube, or not YouTube, but the Facebook or Instagram. That is a better place for you to connect with her. So let's search. So there you go. Look at this. Content editor, content creator, intern, learning, creating, transforming. These are some of these people, right? Producer, you start connecting with these people because it's going to be difficult for you to get a one shot. Okay. I'm just going to search for you how you search on LinkedIn. This could be one other person, marketing event executive. North India content. Yeah, these are the right people. Market manager research. These people probably research again, look, you have to use your research. Right? Don't just blindly go on whatever name I give you. You have to connect the dots. You have to make some calls. You have to connect with people. Inquire that, hey, if I want to give a keynote speech, who is the right person? Okay, who is the right person? Clear? This is how you do the research, especially the market research guys within Josh Talks. They could be the right potential people for you. Yeah, give me thumbs up if you're clear. Yeah, how you do the research, build your profile, reach out to all of them, do some research like a project. It's going to become like a project. Okay? Questions. Let me look at all the old questions that I got. Okay, so he said, did you write a book first and then gave your TEDx speech? What was your journey like? MJ says. So you know what? Answer is yes. I wrote my book first. Because what is the probability of them hiring me or not hiring me, allowing me to give a keynote speech on TEDx and Josh Talk? I need to position myself as an influencer as somebody who has an impact on social media, as an author, and my probability of getting the stage becomes great. So I launched my first book, 80% Mindset, 20% Skills. Let me see if I can just... This is my first book. This is my first book, 80% Mindset, 20% Skills. Read the book. I'm telling you, your life will change. This is the first book I launched in February 2018. I launched this book. And within the same year, in 2018 itself, I got both the speeches. Tedx also I got, and Georgetown also I got. Within that same year, right? Who would like to write a book? Put it in chat box or raise your hand. Who would like to write a book? Janil, Abhijal, Divyanshu, Abhishek, Anam Vyas, Ayush. Okay, good question. So since this is a very interesting question, a lot of people believe that just because I get a TEDx speech in Georgetown, I'll become a successful person. I will build my brand very powerful. I'll just become like somebody like Dave Gadhvi. The answer is absolutely not. Okay? You can't become a successful entrepreneur or even have a great career just because you have a Josh talk. Sham is not successful just because of Josh talk and TEDx speech. I am not successful in my own terms because of TEDx and Josh talk. And what is it? You have to become the number one in your industry, meaning having a micro niche, clarity on your niche, clarity on your market, clarity on your industry, where the opportunities are. You need to become the best-selling author. See, this became a best-selling book. More than 500 plus reviews, 550 plus reviews, 4.6 star ratings on Amazon. A lot of people think that, I can't write a book, I can't build a business. We're going to talk about that, right? Building a product portfolio. But if you want to become an entrepreneur, you're a coach, you're a trainer, you're a speaker, you have a physical product, you have multiple product portfolios. Now, I need to understand what is the high product, mid ticket, low product, what is the upsell, cross-sell, what is the complement product. You need to build a product portfolio. Then you need to have systems, you need to have tools, you need to have different social media presence. Most of the people I see, they don't have any social presence. They don't have social media presence, right? How do you think you become an influencer? When you're reaching out to somebody with your profile and they look up on Google, they don't see anything. Why should we hire you? Why should we have you as a speaker? You're not an author. You don't have business. You're not number one on anything. You don't have micro niche. You don't have social media presence, right? And then, of course, you don't have money. Of course, you don't have funnel. To build a business, to grow a business, you don't have a community. This is exactly results in what? Frustration. Frustrated. Oh my God, why am I not making money? Why am I not growing? Why am I not getting speeches? Why am I not, making, lakhs of rupees or crores? Why am I not making this? It is because it is not just about building a TEDx and Josh talk. How many of you understand that? How many of you understand that? Yes. Devendra understands this. Bhushan understands this. I'm changing the chat setting, okay? It's coming to me privately. Location understands this. But here's the problem. Most people believe that, I need to be extraordinary to become an author, to build multiple products, give a keynote speech, to build a social media profile, to create content. I need to be extraordinary. Not true. Not true. It is not complicated. It is not difficult. But here's the biggest problem that we have. We think that, I need to become an authority, then I write a book. Why would somebody read my book right now? I'm not an authority. I'm not an influencer. This is exactly why most of the people go wrong. Right? You don't write a book after you become an authority, after you become an influencer. Because you write a book, you become an influencer. Right? And I gave the example in the previous sessions as well. For example, Robert Kiyosaki. How many of you know Robert Kiyosaki? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Raise your hand, put it in chat box. Who knows Robert Kiyosaki? Ranjan, Nisha. Everybody come back on video, please, so that I can see you and raising your hand. Yeah, Janil, Ayush, Mamta. Who was Robert Kiyosaki? He was nobody before he wrote a book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He did not write a book after he became successful. Because he wrote a book, he became successful. What about this guy? Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. How many of you read that book? Think and Grow Rich. Ishan, Devendra, Dakshin, Mamta. Who was this guy? Nobody knew him before the book. Because he wrote a book, he became successful. So, who is Bhupesh Saini? Who is Bhupesh Saini? Maybe nobody. Because he writes a book, he will become successful. Who is Atish Kumar? Maybe nobody. Who is General Jetwani? Maybe nobody. Because he write a book, he'll become successful. They don't have to become successful and then they write a book. Who is Dev Gadhvi? Who knows Dev Gadhvi? Right? Who was Dev Gadhvi before this book? Nobody. He was nobody. Because he wrote a book, he became successful. I wrote a book in February 2018. It launched. April 2018, I quit my job. And within 6 to 12 months, I not only gave my keynote speeches, but I built my business around passion. And I became a crorepati. Within 12 months, I became somebody. The next months, 2.5 crores. The next 12 months, 16 crores. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Who is mind blown right now? See, you don't need to be successful to write a book or build a brand or to start a business. Because you do it, you become successful. Anybody can write a book. If you can think, if you can talk, you can write. Even if you can't talk, if you can think, you can still write. Right? There is one person, I think somewhere in south of India, his whole body is paralyzed. He can only move his 2 fingers. And he's written 7 books. How many? 7 books. Mind blowing. यहाँ तो सारी उंगली काम कर रही है, पूरा बॉडी काम कर रहा है, पूरा दिमाग काम कर रहा है. Everything is working, but yet you're not writing a book. Why? Why are you not building a brand? Why? Why are you not giving keynote speeches? Why? You can write a book on micro topics. Could be beliefs, mindset, habits, relationship, how to make decision, how to clear, this exam, how to be, as a youngster, how do you cope up? How do you choose your career? How do you find your hobby? How do you find your passion? There's so many ways you can write a book. The problem is you don't know how to write a book. The problem is you don't know how to build a brand. The problem is you don't know how to find a passion. The problem is you don't know how to build a product. The problem is you don't know how to sell your products. And that's why you'll continue to live mediocre. I'm so sorry. I'm being very honest with you. Why is this happening? Why? Why is it that most of the people are not becoming authors? Why is it that most people are not becoming successful entrepreneurs? Why is it that they're not commanding and demanding the income that they want? There's only one word. You know what? What is that one word? Why? Why is it people frustrated and living a mediocre life? The biggest cost. What is the biggest cost that most of you will be paying? Put it in chat box. What is the biggest cost that you pay? Is it education? Is it house? Is it car? Is it travel? Is it medical? What is it? Is it marriage? What is the biggest cost that all of you pay? Including me. I paid the biggest cost. Is it time? Is it skill? No. No. Is it food? No. The biggest cost that all of you will pay is the cost of ignorance. That is the biggest cost you would pay. Now, there are a lot of youngsters here. All the youngsters, if you do not become a crorepati by the age of 30, there is something terribly wrong with you. You did something terribly wrong. Because you do not build your vital skills. You just got the corporate degrees. You got the formal degrees and they're just chasing corporate dream. You did something terribly wrong. You don't have high income skills. There are youngsters becoming croropatis. The world has changed from product economy to knowledge economy. And all my brothers and sisters who are about 30, why are you not crorepati yet? Why are you not crorepati yet? Why? Because of the ignorance. You don't know what you don't know. And yet most of the people still go after degrees after degrees after degrees. You get an opportunity to learn the vital skills. Your old skills are becoming redundant, like typewriting as old skill, functional skills, all redundant. Your MBA, redundant. Engineering also is becoming redundant. What are the new skills that you're learning? Are you learning sales, marketing, branding, positioning, closing, book writing, funnel building? These are high income skills, copywriting. Are you learning these skills? Which marketplace values it? Which will pay you a lot of money for it? One client, you can charge 1 lakh rupee if you have high income skill. I'll give you an example of, I'll give you lots of examples by now. Okay. But most of the people, they don't understand that most of the people are paying the big cost of ignorance, and they continue to live and struggle in whatever you do, whether you're in job or in business. They keep complaining and blaming economy, market, competition, prices. None of that is true. The reason why you're not a crorepati is because of you. It's because of you. Right? And how do you calculate the cost of ignorance? How do you calculate the cost of ignorance? Yes, 1 crore, that is what you deserve to make right now if you're about 30, minus your annual income that you're making right now. That is the cost of ignorance. Put it in chat box, how much are you paying right now? Cost of ignorance. Right, if you're a student not making money, of course, 1 crore is the cost of ignorance. How much is it? 70 lakhs. Wow, somebody says 70 lakhs. 93 lakhs. Jerry says 93 lakhs. Wow. 24 lakhs. 85 lakhs. 87.5 lakh. 95. 65 lakhs. Wow. 80. 98. Krishna 98. 85. Pradeep says. Now here's the problem. You know you deserve 1 crore every year. But you're not getting it. Reason why you're not getting it is because you never invested in your high income skills. You never developed yourself and adapt to the newest way of doing things. You're still relying on your old degrees, old things. And you walked on this planet Earth for 30 plus years and still living in ignorance. Easily. Why I say 30 years? Because that is about 8 years or 10 years after graduation. Aaj se 10 saal lag gaye. You still not making 1 crore? Something terribly wrong. Something terribly wrong. Right? Then, yet, when you get an opportunity to learn and grow the high income skills, you still said, oh, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. I can't afford this. The poor people's language. I can't afford this. Oh, can you afford the ignorance? Right? And I'll give you an example of ignorance. And it's not even your fault, by the way. Okay, it's not even your fault, the ignorance. You learned from people who are broke. And hence you became broke. Starting from your parents who didn't have millions, of course. They're humble, they're lovely, we love them. But let's say most of our parents were broke. And then you learn from broke professors. All our professors are broke. They're employees. They're teaching you redundant skills, old knowledge. Then you come to the corporate. Most of your employers, when I say employers, your managers, they are broke. Just an employee, paycheck to paycheck. Their bank balance becomes zero. Not even 30 days. 30 days they work, within 5 days bank balance becomes zero. Yes or no? Yes or no? Raise your hand if you agree that, man, that's how job is. That you work so hard for 30 days, bank balance becomes zero. Sean is right. Poverty is taught at home. You are absolutely right, Sean. The poverty begins from home because of our environment. And now you can't blame the environment. Gone is gone. You can't, say that, oh, I'm because of this. Abhi to jago. Abhi to utho. Abhi to samjho. Now you have the knowledge. Now you have the awareness. But you know what? Even when you have an opportunity to learn from people who are millionaires and billionaires, you know what you say? It's a lot of money. I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I'm good enough. I don't think I can do it. You know what? Anybody can do it. If you learn from a millionaire, if you know what a millionaire knows, and if you do what a millionaire does, can you not have what a millionaire has? Yes or no? Yes or no? Can you have what a millionaire has? I repeat one more time. If you know what a millionaire knows, and if you do what a millionaire does, you can have what a millionaire has. Absolutely, yes. That's exactly what happened with me. I was stuck in a job. I did not know what to do in life. I just found my mentor and I just followed them. I realized that how much of ignorant I was. My cost of ignorance when I found my mentors, it was 64 lakhs. 64 lakhs. And I got an opportunity. And it was about learning high income skills, vital skills. And I saw the price was $2,500. Oh my God, more than 2 lakh rupees. Oh my God, 2 lakh rupees. I don't think I can. I don't want to. What if it doesn't work? Oh, it's a lot of money. I never invested that kind of money on myself, self-development. Then I asked myself this question. How much of ignorance I have? 64 lakhs versus 2 lakh rupees. So I'm already paying 64 lakhs a whole year for not knowing what I don't know. And I'm blaming. I might as well take 2 lakh or arrange 2 lakhs and invest in myself. And I discovered there are 3 levels of investment. Right? I'm going to talk about my mentors as well. I'm going to talk about my mentors. I'm going to also talk about people who are exactly like you, who did not know anything about passion, and didn't know anything about brand, didn't know anything about product building, anything about closing, selling, and building business. But today, they're crorepati's. Within 1.5 years, they became crorepati. Most of them. And I'll share the names as well. You can look them on Google. You can look them on social media. They have launched their books as well. Right? Somdatta Sarkar. Right? I'm going to give you more names. Right? Somebody's like, oh, but I'm too young. Why would somebody read my book? How can I build my influence? 21-year-old Vikas Agarwal. You're not too young. He wrote a book. No, this guy's story is very phenomenal. He's not a crorepati yet, but just watch. Within next 1 year, he's going to become a crorepati. He's 21 years old. He reduced his cost of ignorance. He invested in himself and built the vital skills. Sales, marketing, branding, selling, funnel building. He learned all that within 6 to 12 months. He said, man, I spent 4 years in my engineering. Total waste. That's what he says. How many of you engineers here? Raise your hand or put it in chat box. Yeah, Ranjan, Manvi, Devendra, Vijay, Ayush. He said, man, I wish I would have not gone for engineering. Shankara, Krishna, Amit, Alnath, many of you engineer. You know what he's doing right now? He's building funnels. He's running a funnel agency. What is a funnel? It's a landing page and software, the websites kind of things. And he's running ads for his clients. And he said no to his first offer letter, which was 12,000 rupees a month. 12,000 a month. You know how much he's making? Minimum 1 lakh a month, 21. Now think about this. If you're about 30, how long did it take for you to make 1 lakh per month? Put it in chat box. How long did it take for you before you started making 1 lakh? All the students and all the people who are starting, of course, you still don't make 1 lakh, of course. How long did it take before you started making 1 lakh per month? Still not. Some of you like, still not. 10 years. Shankara says 10 years. 3 years. 5 years. Himanshu says 5 years. Arfin says 5 years. Wow. What is the cost that all of you paid? Cost of ignorance. This young man, 20-year-old, 21-year-old, he is making 1 lakh. He saved 5 years, 10 years, 3 years of his life. You wasted. You know why? Because you were brainwashed by the parents first, then the education system, then the corporate system. You do not know what you do not know. You paid the big cost of ignorance. How do you reduce the cost of ignorance is the question then. Dave, how do I reduce my cost of ignorance? How do I build my brand? How do I find the passion? How do I build the business? How do I make money and become crorepati? How do I charge lakhs? Is by investment. Okay? By investing. More you invest, more ignorance goes down. Where? Invest where? Here. Investment in self-development. Investment self-development. Right? And write this down. There are 3 stages of investment. Okay? How many? 3 stages of investment. Number 1, self-investment. Okay? Which gives you the maximum return on investment. right? Number two, business investment. That again give you a great return on investment. Then comes the third investment, which is asset investments. You invest in the assets, right? House or whatever, bonds, stocks, property, fixed deposit, whatever it is. But here's what here's what people do. Our parents told us opposite. Beta ghar le lo, settle ho jao. Yes or no? Yes or no? Raise your hand. If your parents give you an advice that man, buy a house, buy a house, buy a house. ये खुद का घर होना बहुत जरूरी है. खुद का घर होना बहुत जरूरी है. Otherwise कहाँ भटकते फिरेंगे ये वो. Wrong advice. That is called ignorance. That is the cost that you pay because you grew up thinking that the first thing I should do is buy a house. Or some of you like, first thing I should do, save money. Put in mutual funds. Save money. Put it in fixed deposit. Absolutely nonsense. The first, यहाँ का डब्बा खाली है. Right? यहाँ का real estate खाली है and you're buying a real estate outside. Isn't that funny? Right? Nobody taught us. First, put this money here in real estate because once you put that lot of money here, you develop your skills and knowledge, you can make more money and then you can buy real estates as you want. You see, I didn't pay even 1 rupee as an interest when I bought my 11-bedroom home. Why? Why? Because I put a lot of money here. Right? Even if you buy a bungalow or a flat worth 1 crore, how long do you think it'll become 10 crores? How long?